Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft Word to create your table of contents and a list of tables. So you might be doing research or studying something, trying to create a document, and you probably need to do some formatting. So let's get to it. So I'll assume that you're probably writing an article or something for research. So I'm going to give you a title. So a title is Research on Water Pollution, and say discoveries and analysis. And you're probably gonna give yourself a name, Peter, say Peter Thomas, and then you're gonna probably have a title, table of contents. So I'm going to just go centralize this and put a date. Say today's date is uh, April 2025. And then the next thing is to go to the next page. So I'm going to press enter and then come up here and click on insert page break. And I'm going to go to the next page. So today I'm going to say the table of contents. So that could be aligned to the left. And then press enter again and then I'll enter again and then insert a new page break. And probably this will be, you could have several things, dedication and all that. But let's say we have chapter one. Say initial investigation. Now don't bother about the content I'm putting here, but because you could have something different. What I could do is I could duplicate this, copy, and then paste, paste. So I have chapter two, chapter three. I could say hypothesis for chapter two. I could say design for chapter three, and then say implementation for chapter four, and evaluation for chapter 5, evaluation, evaluation, and then that's 5. So what I could do now is sort of move these chapters to their different pages. So for chapter 1, I could say introduction and then discussion. So what I'm going to do is just put the same content in each chapters because ultimately you change this when you want to build yours. So I'm just going to copy that and copy that into the next line, next chapter, and that's not didn't go well. Enter, paste, enter, paste, and then chapter 5, enter, paste. So ultimately, what I want to do is move this chapters to their different pages. They have to start on their own page. So I'm going to click on chapter 2, do a page break. Click on chapter 3, do a page break. Click on chapter 4, do a page break. I think I have a wrong spelling for a discussion, so I'll just come back here and make that right and just copy and paste. Always good to correct your spellings as soon as you can. Paste, paste, and paste. And then I'll come down to chapter 4 and do a page break, and chapter 5 and do a page break. So now they are in their own chapters. So what I can do here is table of contents. How do I start table of contents? I just press enter and then come down to reference and click on table of contents. Before we do table of contents, let's see what we want to format with this. We could simply select this and go to home and select heading, centralize. Usually you want to sort of make this main subject title larger because this could be several discoveries analysis. You could have another design, you could have implementation, you can have implementation here instead. Well, so what I usually do is I sort of reduce the font on this. So and then you can say version, you give it version as well, and press enter version or V 1.0, and you could just copy this, click on format painter and just like that and so. But then you want to bring this lowercase as well. And then your name, which needs to come here, just press enter and bring that up here and then that's fine as it is. You could just probably want to make it bold or something and make it lowercase, smaller font rather. So then the next thing is that's gone. So I'm going to press delete to bring that back. So now the table of contents is empty. So I'm just going to click on reference and click on insert table of contents and click on the first one. So it just gives us research on we'll just name this table of contents and remove the text I put there before. And then I'm going to make this normal rather than, yep, normal, centralized, and probably add in that formatting as well. Make it big. Yep, and that's fine as it is. You could just make this a bit uh, bigger as well. Yeah, so they don't have to be in the table of contents. So when I come here, I click on update table and update the entire table, they're gone. So it says that there's nothing there to put in there. So that's where it brings us here where we need to now add heading 1 for that. If you come back here, you see it's actually heading 1. So for this, I could say heading 2, and for this, I could say heading 2 as well. So if we have something else here, the introduction, don't have to have any sort of formatting. They just have to be normal, basically. So what I could do is I could now come down here and click on this and update table, and I see that chapter 1 initiative investigation introduction and discussion. Say you want to do so come here. You could do the same thing or just copy come here, format and then paste. And then if you want to do the same thing, you see the formatting is gone. So what you could do is you come up here, double click on the format painter, and then select that, and then select that. That means it's sticky for the time that you have it selected. So I could just deselect that to remove that formatting. I could select this, double click on the format painter, and then click on that, and then click on this, and then that, and then that, and then that, and then click on this, that. And then what you have now is that if I unclick that format painter, I go to table of contents and I update the entire table, you have all your contents showing there. The table of contents updated based on what you've written there. So now I could come here and say under discussion, I say discussion 1, discussion. Then I could come here or just select. I usually like to select them one by one because when I click on this and I start writing stuff here, I don't want the formatting to, copy over. So I'm just going to select this and select heading 3. I could just select the format painter and then do the same thing, select format painter and do that. And then when you go back to the table of heading, table of contents, entire table, and you have this discussion 1, 2, 3 already populated there. So that way you're sort of building the table of contents for your document. Now, if I want to add the table figures as well, I could just go to insert page break as table of tables as well, page break as well. So I could come here, back here, press delete to go back. Just ignore that for now, and then go to reference and go down to insert table of figures. And what you want to insert is table of figures first, and then click on that, and then it says no table of figures found. But then let's go here as well and insert page break, and then here also want to insert reference, insert table of figures, this time table of tables. So you want to click on OK. It says no tables found. So what I'm going to go here, say in discussion 3, I'm just going to say start an image of a car here. So I'm going to sort of come here. Let's assume there's going to be some sort of image here, in which case you have to go to insert and select an image. But then I want to have image of car as the title. All I have to do is come down here and go to reference and say insert caption and then image 1 hyphen image of car. I could put a space between that and then click on OK. So I have image of car there, and then I go to home and centralize. So ideally, I would have image of a car in here. Just go put that there as a placeholder. And then when you come down here to figures found, I right click, I click on update field. What you have is the list of image of cars. But then you could not press enter, go up there, say table of figures. I could just match it with the formatting of this, copy that, Format Painter and make sure it's the same formatting. And then you could as well just copy that as well and come here and paste and name it table of tables. So if I were to come here, say under discussion here, I insert a table and I name it table 1 list of cars. So what I could do is I could simply copy that off and delete that and then go up to references, insert caption. This time it's a table, right? So I'm just going to put hyphen list of cars and then click on, and you have table list of the cars there. And what I do is come down here, right click and update field, and you have list of cars. So this way, you've created a table of contents, you've created a table of figures, and you've created a table of tables, or rather you could just name these tables rather table of tables, and then you can name these figures as well. Yeah. So that way you can insert all sorts. Just make sure that you sort of use the reference, because if I were to copy this table, for instance, and come down to here and paste this, and I want to name this list of houses. One good thing is that the word will help you sort of compute how many tables you have, because the challenge I used to have is that I needed to count how many tables I had. So click on insert and then table I fill and paste and then list of houses. You automatically puts to table 2 there. When you come down here and you right click and you update the field, entire table, and then you have the list of your tables there. What you could just do is so format this by going to layout and then adding some bit of space between that, and that works for you. You could sort of come here as well and do the same thing, layout, and put some space in there. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something from formatting your Word documents for either research or study or any article you want to build. So see you in the next lesson. Cheers and bye.